Right there. Yep, that's me. But not today. That's me. But still, how's it going, guys? Token Vaping. So, today's juice review is an ongoing line that I'm working on. It is by a company called Barn Brew Premium E-Liquids. And this is the main flagship company. The line that I'm reviewing is VooDoo Vapes. It is one of their premium e-liquid lines. Has a lot of time and effort spent in this line, basically trying to put out not so much or not just some unique flavors. And I won't say unique as in you've never heard of them before, but unique in the sense that they're not flavor combinations that are commonly done. So they're basically trying to make as I guess as specific an example of what that flavor combination can be before it becomes, you know, a super common flavor that everybody's doing, so that they become kind of the forefront for that combination, to where if somebody else comes out with it, then it's like, oh hey, this is kind of like that, but you know, that one's still a little bit better. So definitely check them out. It's barnbrewcode.com, the website itself, and then it does have the listing for the VooDoo Vapes line. These do come in 3 different bottle sizes: a 30, a 60, and a 120, and they are, and this is a 30, which is really cool because it's already set in a unicorn bottle style, which makes it a lot easier to transport, makes it a lot easier to dispense into whatever whether it's a dripper or a tank, things like that. Now, they do come in a 0, a 1.5, a 3, a 6, and a 12. So it's not that they're more focused or concerned on the amount of nicotine that they can provide you, but they're trying to cover as wide of a base of vapors as possible, because there are such a variance of vapors out there. They don't want anybody to feel excluded, or they don't want anybody to not give their line a try just because they say, oh, well, there's not enough nicotine. So that's the main reason why they have that out there. It's more to be an accommodating line than it is to be, well, we want you hooked on nicotine, so to speak, because the goal is obviously to get off the nicotine, but that's why they have that. So this is their bottle. Like I said, this is a 30 ml. And the flavor that I'm going to be reviewing today is called Lennon's Revenge. It is a simple and delicious sweet and fruit bowl of strawberry cereal. Strawberry works for me. So it does have the VooDoo Vapes line with the little voodoo doll. It does say Lennon's Revenge. And it does have the size and the nicotine, which is right here on both sides here. It is a 70-30 mix ratio. It does have a born on date, and then it does have the website here, plus the warning and ingredient labeling that's all listed right in here. So everything is covered. It is a pretty stout safety ring, to where I can do this and it's not going to affect it at all. And then when we open this, it will bust that open. So it is a first vape, first review. So as you can see right there, fresh cotton. And as always, the cotton that I am using is Texas Tough Cotton. You know, it just, you find something, it works really well for you. This works really well for me. It holds up to flavor really well, and it doesn't have a very strong cottony taste, you know, right off the bat. So basically, you jump right into flavor. After a couple of vapes off of it, you're basically full flavored into your vape. So it's nice to have that right there. But I will put the link for that in the comment box as well. So this company is they are on Instagram and Facebook as well, and they are based out of Massachusetts, I believe. But one of the cool things that I do like about this company and what they do is that before they make a flavor and put it in any of their lines and say that this is a new flavor for this line, they basically put it out for availability and for taste testing for at least a month before they add it to anything. And they go by the feedback, and they go by, you know, how people take to it, how they enjoy it, whether they like it, don't like it, what they like and don't like about that, to see what they have to tweak and change before they test it again. So just that attention to detail, that testing process, so to speak, with real people, you know, not people that work for the company and things like that, to where they're all like, oh no, it's great, just put it out. They actually take the time to get real feedback before they decide whether or not it's worthy enough to be put out as, you know, a new flavor. That's pretty cool. So definitely give this company a try, a look, an inquiry, so to speak. But let's get to vaping because that's the point of why you're watching this. So I'm gonna go ahead and bust this open. If you listen, you should hear the pop on this right there. I mean, that's a pretty stout pop. So go ahead and pop this off, and then it comes in a uniquely nozzle tipped unicorn bottle, which makes basically putting it into a tank or on your dripper pretty much foolproof. I don't want to say completely because you always will have that option to where something could happen, but they try to make it as easily dispensable as possible. There is a little bit of resistance on the bottle so that it doesn't feel like you have to squeeze it super hard to dispense the fluid into your cotton or your tank. So we're going to go ahead and juice this up a slight bit. Now just remember, regardless of anything that I say about a flavor, it is just my opinion. I'm among millions and millions of vapors out there. My opinion is specifically mine. It's not going to compare to anybody else's. It's not the end all be all. All I'm trying to do is basically just describe or explain better about a specific flavor to see if it's something that you might be interested in or wanting to take a chance on if you're not able to sample this for yourself in physical form. I'm not trying to impose it on anybody. I'm not trying to force it on anybody. It's just more or less just trying to give a more helpful assistance to see if it's something that might work for you. That's all. Okay, so we'll get this juiced up and we should get to vaping here. Now, like I said, it is a 70-30, so it should be a good medium for not only clouds if you are more of a cloud chaser, and for flavor, since that's important regardless. So I'm going to go ahead and cap this up. And as always, I am vaping at 75 watts. And this is Lennon's Revenge from the VooDoo Vapes line from Barn Brew. Good clouds. I mean, they're dense for a 70-30 mix. That's pretty solid. Okay, so got the juice flowing. I'm going to go ahead and drip up a little bit more, so now this should be just straight solid flavor. Nice thing about this, even at a 70-30, since it is a good mid-range, not feeling a throat hit at all. So it's still pretty smooth. I mean, I got a slight bit because it is fresh, but it pretty much kind of tapered off right towards the end there. So by this time, there really shouldn't be any. And that's always nice because throat hits for me are just uncomfortable. I'm not a fan of them. Yep, throat hit's gone. So that's always a plus. Like I said, at least for me, I like the smoother type vapes. I'm not a fan of the throat hit. I do prefer the thicker VG style liquids as well. As far as flavor wise, now it's going to be a little different for some people because when you say a strawberry cereal, some people will think of like a straight strawberry entirely strawberry flavored cereal, and then it turns the milk into like a strawberry milk style. Some people will think like if you have strawberries, like fresh strawberries in your cereal, and some other people will still think of like a strawberry marshmallow that overtakes, like the flakes of the cereal or things like that. It's not going to be the fresh strawberry aspect. Either way, it's definitely more on the strawberry, like if you do like the sugar type strawberry, but not superly sweet in the sugar. It's definitely more of a strawberry based cereal, whether it's more like a marshmallow or if it's a strawberry flavored cereal specifically. So it's gonna have more of that sugary side to it instead of the fresh strawberry aspect. So it's more leaning towards the flavored cereal, and then it basically turns the milk into more of like a strawberry milk style instead of if you have like a plain flake cereal with slices of strawberry in it. Either way, it still works for me. I am a fan of the strawberry flavor regardless. This is actually a pretty enjoyable vape. If this, especially if I was looking at this as like first thing in the morning, you know, as far as like the breakfast style cereal, for a breakfast style vape. Sorry, obviously it's a cereal, but if you're looking at it for like a treat type vape, something for a little bit of a sweetness to it, so that it curbs like a sweet tooth craving, things like that, this definitely will work. It does have a nice bit of sweetness to it, but again, it's not overpowering and it's not too strong. But you definitely taste strawberry. It's got a nice undertone of smoothness, which would attribute to the milk aspect of the cereal. But overall, I mean, is it a totally, completely unique flavor to the vaping market? Realistically, no. Is it well done? Absolutely. Does it taste like it's supposed to? Absolutely. Is this something that I would recommend for people, like I said, who have a sweet tooth, who like strawberry flavors, who's looking for something a little lighter, but with a smoothness to this? Absolutely. Definitely check out Lennon's Revenge from Barn Brew and their VooDoo Vapes line. Barn Brew, thank you guys so very much for the opportunity to try out your line. This is an ongoing privilege and honor to be able to do the reviews for this line. I look forward to the rest of the line as well. Guys, definitely check them out at barnbrewcode.com. They are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google+. You can email them directly as well, but definitely give them a look into. There should be a flavor combination in there that will pique your interest, that you'd be willing to try as well. As always, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I can do to make your vaping experience more enjoyable, that's the only reason why I do these reviews. So if there's anything that I can do to help you, reach out to me, DM me, message me, email me, let me know what I can do to help you, and I will do everything in my power to do so. But always try to remember, no matter what, at the end of the day, always love yourself. Vape on, vape strong. Have a good night, guys.